What is up? Back today. Today's the last day that I have this Airbnb and I'm feeling good. I was like, you know what? Let's film a quick vid. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. It feels like it was just the other day that I was posting a video thanking everybody for 200 subscribers. So I'm really grateful for everybody that's been tuning in. And I'm really stoked that you guys are appreciating some of the content that we have here. And the communication, the engagement on the channel has been awesome lately. Always feel free to ask questions or whatever in the comments. I will always do my best to answer them. And also anything that you guys are interested in hearing about, drop it in the comments and I will make posts regarding what you guys want to hear. Anyways, as you can see, I got my microphone in the background and basically I was just doing a little bit of cleaning and I was like, you know what? So let me just spitball here. I didn't plan this video at all, but you know, it's been on my mind. Some of the things have been going well. I just posted that video about the Lamborghini the other day. And I figured that I would take the time to actually go a little bit more in depth about how that occurred, because I think this might be helpful just as an example, manifestation video. So with that example, like I mentioned before, originally it was supposed to be a G-Wagon. Was gonna get it off Turo. There was an issue with the insurance. For some reason, that whole thing, like every single thing that I tried to do to figure that out, it just wasn't working. And it was almost like it reached a point where it's like energetically, I was like, you know what, this just probably isn't panning out. But my friend, he actually took it upon himself to look up Scottsdale exotics and came across a place, went in there, met the lady that works there or is the manager, and then she referred us to this other guy. So we went in, he made that personal in-person connection. And what he did was he took inspired action to go in there. He looked it up and he physically drove about 30 minutes to get there. And again, I don't think they would have given us this discount if he wouldn't have made that in-person connection. If he would have just called up on the phone, they would have been like, okay, like give him the normal rates, give him the normal run-of-the-mill customer script or whatever they say. But because he showed up in person, the lady, you know, felt his vibe. She was like, you know what, in the moment, she's like, this guy seems cool. And I'm just assuming that's what must have happened because I wasn't there when he met her. But you know, that is the type of thing when you're making in-person connections. That's why I value in-person connections so much more. Like I'm not a big fan of texting. I'm not a big fan of all this communication that is not face-to-face because, you know, the way I learned sales too was it was door-to-door sales. It was in person. But you're able to just communicate more effectively. Anyways, so he makes that connection. She says something along the lines of to him, like, you know, if I'm really like in the mood, like I'll even give you like X amount, you know, for the rental or for having the car. And so we go there like over the next couple of days, we go in there, link up with this guy, Tyler. We were conversing with her over email as well. Set up a time to go in there. There was a little bit of a snag because I already had a car in my name. So we tried to put it in his name and then that didn't work. And then they explained that I could actually trade my car in for that one and then trade it back. And so it actually worked out extremely smoothly. The whole paperwork process, it wasn't paperless. It was like all on this like iPad type deal thing. And it was just effortless. And it's like, you think about these things, people conceive, and I'm guilty of this as well. It's like, and anybody that wants, you know, some luxurious experience, like they think that it is beyond them, that they think that it is so hard to come by, that it is impossible to get. And the reality of it is like everything is built on connections, personal connections. It's like with this situation, we were able to make a connection with somebody and they were able to facilitate this and in a way that made it really smooth, really effortless and really low cost, much lower cost than you would expect something like this to be. And it was only, to be honest with you guys, it was only like $1,000 deposit also. And this car is like a $250,000 car. So anyways, just really great experience all around. To be honest with you though, it was a little bit stressful driving this thing around. It is like so, it's such an attention. Everybody, everywhere that you're going, everybody's staring at you first of all, and then you get different vibes. It's also, this was another thing that was interesting about the whole experience is you kind of see, because people will start talking to you, and you'll also kind of just witness people's limiting beliefs. Like, I know for me personally, when I see a Lamborghini, I also look at it. I kind of stare at it too, because it is just a beautiful car. It's kind of like a work of art. But some of these people, they'll just give you a compliment. They'll be like, nice ride, like blah, 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 send out good vibes. But then other people will be kind of like attention, like to validation seeking in a weird kind of way. Like, for example, when we were in front of the Saguaro Hotel, we were doing that shoot with the purple lightning and shit going off. There were these guys that walked by, they were like, nice ride. But they were like their energy was like, they wanted me to be like, oh, thanks, bro. Like, I don't know what they were expecting, but they wanted me to be like super amped up that they were like complimenting the ride. And then they were like, oh, like, you guys are trying to take a picture? Do you want us to move over here? Do you want us to go? And I was like, yeah, like, because we were taking a photo. So they were like, oh, do you want us to? And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then they're like, oh, okay, you're trying to get us to, what did he say? He was like, oh, you're trying to get rid of us. You're trying to get rid of us or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what you expect me to say. Like, yeah, we are taking a shoot here, and you being in the background is not really helping the vibe for the shoot. But that's what's interesting is you see like I feel like, to be honest, because sometimes when I hang out with female friends of mine or girls that I'm dating and they're getting so much attention, I feel like it's kind of similar to that in a weird way, where the guys are like, oh, but then like, if the girl doesn't give like the reaction they're looking for, they're like, oh, well then like, fuck you then, like you weren't even that cute or something. And I feel like it was kind of a weird similar vibe while driving this car. Anyways, that's a completely side note, but the reason I bring it up is because it reveals people's like kind of self-image or the way that they feel about themselves. Like when people don't feel like they're worthy of something, then they'll try to tear you down, or they might say something like cutting. Like one guy came at us and he was trying to talk to us, and he had that same like validation seeking type energy. And then I don't even know what he was saying because I couldn't really hear what he was saying. So I didn't really, engage him too much. I was pumping gas. And then he was like, oh, well, like, fuck you guys then. And it's just like, okay, bro, like, that's that hater type energy, which is like, okay, you see something, part of you wants it, part of you likes it. That's what haters are. It's like they see something they admire, and then they want to talk shit about it, or they want to, cut you down because you had something that they wanted. But anyways, yeah. So that whole process, like I said, went so smoothly. And the thing that I want to get across with you guys too is like, at no point in this whole thing, because the G-Wagon thing wasn't panning out, it wasn't working out, but I somehow just knew in the back of my mind, like, you know what, this is going to work out. Like, we're going to manifest like a sick ass car and get some sick content while I'm out here. And it just happened. And it's like through, what does Neville call it? I forget the phrasing right now, but it's like the process of events that leads to it, or like birds before land, or one of those phrases. Not birds before land, but it's a phrase that encapsulates that idea. It's like the trust in the process, and that will be fulfilled as long as you don't doubt it, and as long as you don't put out that kind of defeatist energy that's like, oh my gosh, like this isn't working, like what do I do, all of this stuff. It's like I took the physical action to try to make that work. I try to hit up the people at Allstate. I try to hit up the people at this insurance bureau, TransUnion. Apparently they're the ones that keep records of your insurance score with automobiles. And I even talked to somebody that said I have great standing. So the whole thing didn't make sense. It's almost as if the universe conspired for me to not be able to get the G-Wagon so that I could get upgraded to the Lambo. That's how I look at it. And that's how you guys have to look at these things. When you're having blocks with certain things, it's like the energy's just not moving. It's like shift your attention, look at the bright side, look at what is working, and follow through with that. And it also helps to be surrounded with like-minded people. Like, I brought this up before in a previous video, but like the fact that my friend also was really excited about this and he made the effort to do that, it's like, you could think about it like I was manifesting this so much that through him, he, like, everyone as you pushed out type of deal, he went and made this happen. Like, it was like a tag team type of thing. Like, if he wouldn't have done that also, it wouldn't have worked out. Another interesting point too is, so I have a TikTok, I haven't talked about it on this channel, but you can actually see I posted a couple of my TikToks as shorts on this video. And if you check them, you will see that in one of the videos, it is talking about manifesting your lifestyle in 2022. And one of the images that pops up on one of the slideshows in that video is a white Lamborghini that looks exactly like the Lamborghini that I had that you guys saw in the previous video. So that's a cool other little side note. But aside from all that, it's been really fun out here. And I am looking forward to basically, the rest of the summer. This summer has been phenomenal. We went jet skiing the other day. I think another thing I want to do that's on my bucket list is ride some ATVs. I want to go to Sedona, which is beautiful. I don't know if you guys have been there or heard of it, but it is a beautiful place here in Arizona, and I would love to also go off-roading in some ATVs. So if I end up doing that, I will definitely post a video while we're doing that. But anyways, as I said, guys, much love, and I really, again, appreciate all the love on the channel. Thank you for 500 subscribers again. And yeah, man, stay up to, stay communicating with me. I love how we're like building more of an engagement on here in some of my videos with the comments and stuff. So let's keep it going. Much love. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.